but I do know where she lives. I mean, like the town, there's only about 10,000 of you. I bet if I go there for a weekend, we might bump into each other.
This is not helping.
Is that creepy?
Yeah, that's not helping.
I think it's romantic.
It might have been if you didn't laugh like that at the end of that.
I think it's romantic.
That's creepy.
I've already planned out what I'm going to say.
I'm sure you have.
I got a paper cut. You got a Band-Aid? She's going to look at me like, it's you.
Now it's sounding more like an episode of Criminal Minds than anything. I can't wait to see.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
The building. Feeling good. You know, got a little crown peach in me.
You just want more cake.
You're going to find out. I don't know a lot about most everything. G money right there in the middle.
Cake.
Hilarious.
Here we go.
Never on time. Never on
Oh,
time.
perfectly on time. Welcome, one and all, to Money and Cakes.
Yes.
Seriously lighthearted. Taking a seriously lighthearted look at life, the day's events, whatever crosses our feed. Yeah.
See,
and in particular, us.
You're good at that. I can't remember.
Seriously lighthearted look at us, our lives, what occurs in our lives.
Yeah.
So, not much occurs?
Here and there.
Yeah.
Here and there.
You live a whole 24 hours, 7 days a week, and not much occurs?
Sometimes it feels like that, yeah.
So again,
Here we are.
what do we have to offer anybody then?
Laughter.
Ah.
Improvised laughter. Sometimes, maybe.
To laugh at us.
There it is. Yeah, to make fool of ourselves. Make fool of ourselves.
So how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It wasn't a bad week. It was a hectic week, but it wasn't bad. Or it was so bad that I'm just like so past it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Not really.
It does.
It's like
I think people can relate.
every week is starting to become the same week. It's like Groundhog Day, you know, at work at least. Personal life is fantastic. Work life is just
Fantastic.
It's what it is. It's just what it is. I think I'm finally just like, you know what? I'm going to accept it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know, and just make the best of it.
You know what? Sometimes work only has to just be able to pay the bills.
That's
Just pays the bills.
Right?
Doesn't have to be nothing more than that.
All right. Pay the bill.
As long as it's not toxic.
True.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say
This
it's
is the
toxic.
serious part of seriously lighthearted.
Right. I wouldn't say it's toxic.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't get me down to the point where, you know, I don't want to do anything throughout the week. I don't want to do the show or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's work. It's busy. It can be chaotic. It is what it is, you know. But besides that, man, week's been good. Week's been really good. Yeah. How about yours?
I forgot about it. No, it's no. Again, you're right. It's like Groundhog Day, but with me, it's like with COVID. It's like nobody has COVID, but it's like every week it's the same,
Right.
and I'm tired of it.
Right.
It's like, can we just get past it? It's like, I don't know, man. It's
I don't
like
think
getting
happen.
burned out, getting fatigued. But
Yeah.
on my way over here, I almost got in an accident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some bot almost rear-ended me.
Like on the freeway or
Yeah,
what?
on 167.
Really?
I'm driving along, I see him kind of coming up, and he like tries to switch in the lane,
Okay.
but he's not making it past my bumper without me swerving.
Was he in like a big white Ram
No,
truck?
he was in a little racer car.
Oh.
I thought he was Fast and Furious.
He thought it was Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious. So I'm like, I see him in my rear view, like it's like this guy's on my bumper trying to switch lanes. He's not. So I swerve out and I honk. I'm like,
I can see you
It's
doing
like
that
you ain't no
too.
Vin Diesel.
But he's behind you. You're still like,
No, he went on. He's over here. And he's
Oh.
getting the other lane to get the exit. I'm like,
Maybe he was like,
like
challenging you.
It's like you don't drive as good as you think you do.
Right.
None of you guys do. None of you. Y'all think you're great, but
Are you
it's
talking
like
to the audience or the camera?
I'm talking to the racers. You ain't Fast and Furious. That's fiction.
True.
But they think they are. Yet every time they go down and do something, I hear about somebody die, whether it's a racer or someone in the audience.
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking about the whole way here, and it's like then they probably have some not to make fun of anybody who passes away. Man, this is serious. But then they probably have some ceremony where they all get around their cars and have some song.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dumb.
If you were in Fast and Furious, what character would you be?
I've only seen one of them. And I'd probably be the dude in the original who went and raced his car and lost and drove off. I'll be that guy. Lost my dad's car and I'm out of here.
Did he he was like playing for the car. Like he bet the car.
Right, your slips, man.
Slips. You would be him too.
Oh. Who would you be?
I think
The girl.
you're probably expecting. Well, see,
I don't know.
You're probably. I was gonna think you were expecting Ludacris, but I forgot who you were. I would be Han.
Who's that?
Well, when you watch like more of the movies, I'm gonna let you simmer on that one. You've been so.
I will
deep
never watch another one of those movies. There's zero interest
Come on.
in that whole thing.
Come on now. There's just a little bit. It's
Nah.
gotta be a little bit.
Nah.
Now. They were good up until like
None.
I think 4. Was it 4? What are they on now?
I saw the
16?
first one.
That was it.
I might have saw some Tokyo drifting, like a scene or two, and just like,
Oh, drifted.
I'm done. Don't need it. No, I don't know.
That was a decent one too. No, okay.
I mean, there's some great people who can do that,
Right.
but it's not most of you. Okay. Most of everybody I see.
I love
drive.
how every
Honestly,
week we find a new audience to alienate.
I know.
You know,
no, I
we're
see
like,
him all
look.
I see him all the time when I'm driving home from here on a Friday night on a
Oh,
certain
yeah.
road, and they're like
Oh,
going, and I'm just like, I mean, I get it. You have a thing, it gives you an identity.
Right. Unfortunately, Auburn has a lot of like straightaways.
Yeah, well, this isn't Seattle where I mostly see him. Like,
Oh,
it's
interesting.
a very particular area.
Interesting.
Anywho, but yeah, the guy almost grounded me, and I was just like, that was just like, I mean, he had to get to his exit, obviously,
Right.
but still, it was like, I swerved over. You know what I
Did
mean?
you?
I could have got out of control because I can't drive. I'm not a good driver.
And the whole time, Stacey's probably going 55 and like the fast lane, like get off my.
I was doing proper. I was like, beep, beep, beep.
Baby.
Anyway, that was my drive over.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's funny.
Other than that, everything was yeah, the week's been fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, tell us a little about that shirt you're wearing.
Yes. Well, this is from a fancy French shop called Target.
There you go. There you go.
100% coton.
Cartoon.
Yeah, and yeah, it's purple-ish.
It is kind of purple.
Trying to match the decor.
Oh, I like it.
Trying to-
I like it. It's kind of hidden. All
What
right.
about that shirt?
Yeah. So, as you might have saw, we are kind of teaming up with the owners, or I should say the people that operate textmesomething.com, which I'm not going to elaborate too much. It's one of those where really want people to kind of find out the mystery for themselves. So it's something that's creative. I think it's very interactive. As you can see, it's the website along with a number that you can text. And I guess I give it a little bit. A lot of it's based on the fans kind of creating the content and just seeing what happens. You know, it's like an outlet. It can be anything you want it to be. It could be something where you can vent to. It could be something that you could share something with. It really can be anything you want it to be. It's almost like a wishing wheel of sorts, but you're probably not going to get the wish you want. But it's interesting. So textmesomething.com. So
Never know.
it's one of those where I think we can kind of, team up, do some creative things together, see what happens. So I'm out here supporting. Got the logo and all that good stuff, or at least the old logo, but
That was just the new logo.
that's the new logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I know.
These guys.
I know.
Nice. So, also, I've been on Tinder. I've been on the apps.
Finally.
I know this guy been wanting me to get
Finally.
on there, so I thought, you know
That's
what,
all I
I'm gonna
wanted.
do it.
That's all I wanted.
We talked all about it in one of our episodes, and so I got on there, and I've been chatting it up. I've been
You're
chatting
liking
it
it now.
up,
Oh, you're liking it now.
chatting it up, and I think honestly, I think I may have had the most witty and funny conversation on Tinder that has ever been had.
Tell me more.
I think it should. Yeah, well, I think I did. So I was, a girl, we matched up,
Okay.
and so I'm having a conversation, Her profile wasn't super long, but the one thing she said was, please don't be a weirdo. It's like, I can meet that qualification.
You think
Maybe.
That? Yeah, so I was like, you sure about that?
So I was like, hey, how you doing? Promise I'm not a weirdo. Or is that something a weirdo would say?
Is that what you said to her?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She said, definitely something a weirdo would say. Then we
Nice.
go on
Then
with
you're on.
banter
Yeah.
about being a weirdo.
Okay.
Turns out she's a weirdo. And I'm completely sane. So it's like yin and yang. Perfect.
Okay.
Let's have this great banter. Next day. Hey, how you doing? How's your morning? Blah, blah, blah. I cut my finger. Little paper cut. So I text. It's cute.
Okay.
Today's been a little tough. I got a paper cut. I don't think it could get any worse. She's like, oh, you going to be okay? You going to make it? I'm like, I thought about going to the hospital, to the ER, but I didn't want to take up a bed, so I'm going to tough it out. She texts back, you're tough, man. Muscly emoji. And I'm like, yeah. We may have exchanged a message or two, and then I say, things have taken a turn for the worse. I squeezed a lemon. The juice soaked into the bandage. It stings. She's like, oh, you poor thing, sending thoughts and prayers. Like, okay.
I feel like you just met your soulmate.
So then, as the night's coming to an end, I text her. I've been planning this one.
That was old man brain. Go ahead and go back to it. Refresh
No, I
yourself.
don't have. So I gotta bring this from. I say, things are declining. I fear I'm dying, and I may never meet you in person before I die.
Wow.
We should go out this weekend.
Ooh, okay.
I said the weekend's quickly approaching. We should meet up before that happens.
Okay.
She goes, oh, the weekend is close. Oh, she's like, oh, haha. She says, the weekend is close, but unfortunately I have plans this weekend. So I'm like, okay, got plans. All right.
Okay.
So I leave it at that, go to bed.
Okay.
Wake up this morning. Of course, first thing I do is check my Tinder. She's not on there anymore.
She unmatched you?
She unmatched me. Like at midnight, she Tinderella'd me.
Oh, my God.
She's like, ghosted, gone. Tinderella. It's like, it was this great match, this great banter, and then nothing, Tinderella.
Just a great day of banter. You wake up all excited, and you're like, where'd she go? I feel a little bad for you now.
But I know where you live. I know what town you live in. Creepy.
And this is why she unmatched your weirdos.
It was brilliant banter.
No, that sounds amazing.
And the flavor that I gave was only just part of it. It was brilliant. Oh, I forgot. She said, you make me laugh. You're funny. You make me laugh. And then I said, I like to make a woman laugh 3 times before lunch. I let that hang there for a bit. I was on fire with that banter.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know what to say.
You're lost, Melissa.
It was such a great story, and then I'm like, that is not where I thought it was
I
going to
know.
end.
Well, that's why I'm like disillusioned now.
Yeah, but you can't stop. That was just.
I don't know if I can top that banter.
It sounds like somebody did, though.
Nah, she just got scared.
Just scared.
She couldn't handle it. She just couldn't handle it, man. She was like,
That's the right attitude to have.
I bet if we met up, she would just laugh so hard she'd probably go over and die. For me in person, be like heart attack. Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
Killing you with laughter.
Killing you softly with
Anyway,
laughter.
man, it was like, but I do know where she lives. I mean, like the town. There's only about 10,000 of you. I bet if I go there for a weekend, we might bump into each other.
This is not helping.
Is that
your
creepy?
case. Yeah, that's not helping.
I
your
think it's
case.
romantic.
It might have been if you didn't laugh like that at the end of that.
I think it's romantic.
That's That's creepy.
I've already planned out what I'm going to say.
I'm sure you have.
I got a paper cut. You got a Band-Aid? She's going to look at me like, it's you.
Now it's sounding more like an episode of Criminal Minds than anything.
Hey.
They're going to be like, what happened to the Money and Cake show? Like, well, he's on Forensic Files now, so he switched
So what do you
shows
think
on us.
happened there? Now, it wasn't a catfish, because a catfish would keep it going.
Right.
And I mean, like,
Yes.
the picture's up. You saw him. She was cute, but it wasn't like it was like an impossible type of, model picture. What do you think happened?
I don't know, because I mean, if someone's going to keep engaging with you like that.
Was it too soon? It was 2 days before I said we should get together.
Nah.
Like, I'm not,
I don't think so.
we're vibing. We're
I don't
vibing
think
good.
so.
It's good to go have some fun coffee.
It was probably more than what guys are doing to segue into, hey, can we meet up? At least it wasn't like, are you horny? So you actually had like witty conversation that
very
went
witty.
into like, hey, I'm interested in you. You're interested in me through your creepy way, but you got there.
It wasn't creepy at all. It was brilliant.
It was.
She was all about it. She was playing.
The
She was
post
playing
story
into it.
makes it a
Of
little
course, I made
creepy.
it creepy. That's what else am I gonna do?
But I'm actually like, I'm really like, I don't know what to say. I'm really surprised that she would just be like, yeah, no. But I kind of wish I could have seen your face in the morning, because I know you're still in bed, just like, let's see what Melissa had to say this. Huh? Probably like looked at the back of your phone just to make sure.
Maybe she found someone better.
What if she was like drunk and unmatched you by accident? Now you have to just keep going. Now it's a quest.
To where the town she lives?
No, see,
Oh, you mean on the app?
on the app,
Okay.
you can see people that you've
Yeah,
matched or unmatched with before.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know?
Because I've already cycled through everybody like 3 times. It's like, you look familiar.
You got a radius of probably like 5 miles on there. You're like, oh, you're back? Okay, no.
I don't want to commute. Although this one actually did live far away.
Like how far?
A ferry ride away or all the way down
man,
around
you were-
I-5
you were
Tacoma and
hunting.
up. Well, what happened was I matched with her when I was over in Bremerton.
So you were within 5 miles.
What's going on in Bremerton? What's happening here?
Well, maybe it was just the distance then. Distance is a big thing. Like you said, I don't want to commute. Most people don't want to commute. For years, I had a 15-mile radius. But I always ended up dating girls like 23 miles
Yeah.
or more.
But that's not why she...
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying
I just don't think
pat
she
you
was
on the
ready
back
for
and kinda
this.
soothe
All
you.
of this, she wasn't ready for it. All of this brain.
It's a lot. Well, I would,
All of that brain.
Okay, I wasn't thinking that, but yeah, it's a lot.
All of that wittiness. Anyhow,
Oh, well.
that's really my
I think
week,
you're-
man.
I think you're at least respectful about it, though.
Yeah.
Only because through friends and stuff, you hear, especially on dating apps, you hear so much creepiness about guys and how they are.
But I'm not that guy.
No, I wouldn't say you are. Like, this story proves that you're not. I don't know where you're looking at right now, but yeah, that doesn't help your case right there. But I don't think you're that guy. But it kind of goes into my week, just a tad bit.
Okay.
A tad bit. So, you know how we're always like supporting other people's podcasts. We're watching other people's podcasts. I was watching a couple. I don't remember the name of their podcast, so unfortunately I can't shout them out. But they based it upon video chats with random people on, I'm going to butcher the name, either Omegle.
Omegle? Anybody know the pronunciation? Omegle? Omegle?
You want to hear about that? So it's
Omegle.
kind of like chat roulette, but you can do it with chat or you can do it with video, and you just randomly match with people, and you can either have a conversation or you can disconnect, and they'll keep cycling through. So they based their whole show on that. They would get somebody and be like, hey, you're now on our podcast, and just ask them questions. And I think they're pretty popular because there was one that I was watching where these guys were like, oh, we're on such and such. So they have to have an audience. So these people know them from that platform. So I thought it was pretty cool. Piqued my interest. So I was like, let me check it out. But I know how the internet is. And I know how guys genuinely are. So I started off with just the general text because I wasn't ready to just see some random just popping up in my face, from different angles. Because I didn't want to see it. So I started off with the normal chat, and guys are pervy, even through regular chat. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much like, as soon as you connect, they're like, oh, male or female. You're like, male, they're like, disconnect. I get it. If I'm a male, I don't necessarily want to talk to another male if that's my intentions. But then, for the case, sake of curiosity, I was like, what are they going to say if I said I'm a female? So I put F. And they're like, oh, so where are you from? Like, States? Or, where are you from? So I put States. They were like, oh, I'm from the UK. Are you horny? And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, give me a second. Like, no. And if I was a girl, I'm thinking in my mind, why would I be horny that fast? You literally asked me my age, or not even age, my sex and location. So this is for all the men out there. We got problems. But the thing is, sorry to interrupt you, because I know you were amping up.
Go for
you
it.
were amping up. I saw you doing it.
Go for it.
There's a ratio for everything.
Yeah.
Which means there's 4 guys in this room. One of us is that guy. I saw you look at Marlon. What'd you do that? That's rude.
Oh, I was counting to make sure there was 4 guys.
You couldn't count that before?
I mean, I got more important things going on here than this small stuff.
Yeah, you're still thinking about Melissa. Why she gonna match? But it's just like, I realized, like, I know we're pervs. I get it. But that was like, I had an experience. So, okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going to wrap it up as quick as I can. But I was like, okay. Deep breath. I'm going to go to the video side.
Okay.
I was like, here we go. I'm about to see some nasty that I don't want. Even though they say, like, hey, don't do this. We have people monitoring. Mm-hmm. They ain't got nobody monitoring. It's going too fast. So thankfully, I was like, I'm only going to do this quick because I know within, like, the first 2, there's going to be a... There wasn't. But as soon as a guy saw that it was another guy, click. I think I got through 4, and I was like, oh, this. Because I knew this was coming.
And so you saw that they were guys?
Yeah, I saw they were guys for, like, the split second.
Oh, okay.
So there was no conversation because they were like, oh, a guy, disconnect. There's a guy, disconnect. And I was like, I'm okay with that. But I didn't want to play the game to the point where there was that one guy that was glad it was a guy and it's hanging out. And I didn't want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah, to each their own. They're not for you.
They're not for me.
They're not for you.
Not for me. You don't need to
Well,
correct me.
I was going to say, just thinking about, like, what you said with that guy who was, like, who thought when you were catfishing him as a girl.
Probably.
And he asked, are you horny? He's probably been on that so long. He just knows, just cut to the chase. I'm not going to waste my time with banter because why? Why spend 30 minutes on banter to try to be like, so, want to see my... when it's just like, I'm just going to, are you horny? Because he's like, if I just do that, I can cycle through 100 people and maybe find that one horny girl that will like, yes, I am.
If you're willing to do that, though, just go watch porn. Just go watch that porn. That's a lot of work to just sit there and try to cycle through people.
Well, maybe that's part of it. Maybe it's the work, right? The satisfaction of a job well done and all the effort put in.
I don't know. Maybe.
Finally find the one that's like, I am horny, by the way, and I am a woman. And there you go.
It's probably
and
not.
you
It's
get
the
your
internet. Like, if it's not video, it could be anything on the other side of that.
Oh, you should give it a shot. See what happens. Then you'll know.
I'm good. I wanted to check it out because I liked how creative they were with their podcast of doing something.
I think that's fun. I'd love to do it right now.
Segment,
can we do it? Can we get on here?
We probably could. No, because
not right now
then
in
we'll
this
get a dick
one.
pic for sure.
But then, like, afterwards, I think we should do it.
Definitely.
We should do it.
It was interesting. But yeah, it was just, I'm like, I don't know. I was creeped out by it.
Yeah.
It's the
guys
whole
are, they're creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, we stay in the gutter.
Yeah, and that's why I have never sent a pic. Will never send a pic. Never have. Doesn't mean I haven't taken one. Just never sent it anywhere. It's like, I'm taking a look. What's it look like?
You're just holding them on for your, like, personal collection. You're like, hey, you know what?
I'm doing my model poses.
May 12th, 97. I had something going on here.
Checking out the cut, making sure it looks good. As the fade, bald, fro. What do I like down there?
I feel like that's worst. You're just holding on to pics. No,
I deleted them, of course. Come on.
Okay.
I've never taken one. I don't know. But I've never sent one. Never will. unless I'm married and the wife is like, send me a pic. And I'm like, all right, don't use this against me.
No, because she might be embarrassed. She might show her coworkers, like, this is my husband. They're like, ooh, sorry. You sure you want to stay married?
Have fun. That's the button. All right.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
Feeling good? You know, get a little crown peach in me.
You just want more cake.
You're gonna find out. I don't know a lot about most everything.
Serious about the harpoon.
Right there in the middle.
Right now.
Harpoon.
Here we go.
And we out.